Y'all, what the fuck is up? Welcome to My Favorite Lyrics, the podcast where we talk about music lyrics, except for when we talk about other stuff. Today, we've got another very, very special guest. You might know him from his HBO Max comedy special called Symphony. You might know him from his tour. It's called Comedy Bandcamp. It's going to be anywhere and everywhere that you can go see. He's so funny. He's also a host and a correspondent on The Daily Show. Welcome to the show, Josh Johnson.
Thanks, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I feel
know.
like we used to live like really close to each other, and I feel like we used to bump into each other every now and again on the street.
Yeah. It feels like you've gotten taller.
And thank you so much for saying that. You know, I get that probably like once a month, and it feels really good every single time. That might be what's making me taller. Is the fact that people keep saying that I'm getting taller and my body's just manifesting that.
Yeah. I can see that.
It's also, I feel like, well, one, we both moved from the apartments that we lived in when we lived closer to each other, but also just, I don't know how you find the time. Because I'm like, well, I don't know where I would see you. I don't know where I bump into you. You feel like you are never not at work.
I guess if you're on the J,
Sure.
we would both be delayed.
Sure. If we were on the above ground train getting delayed.
There was one time I was in one trip, I could kind of swear I went to each car of the J, because basically I got on at the back.
Yeah.
And then somebody was wilding out. Somebody was having an episode.
As they do.
And so I was like, let me go ahead and switch. And then we got delayed. And then that person came into my car again.
They found their way over to you.
And so I was like, let me go switch cars again. And then we got moving. And then I saw them because I started watching them through the glass of the door.
Sure.
And then they got off. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Then the in-between of the cars, right? When you transfer. They jumped from the platform just to that middle. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the next car just as a precaution.
Sure.
And I didn't need that many stops. I was on the J for like 10 stops. But basically through the delay to the other stops, I made it to like straight up the front of the train. I just kept switching because they kept switching. And it wasn't that they were asking for money. It wasn't that, because that wouldn't even make sense. If in that scenario, you just let them pass you.
Of course.
And then they've moved on.
Right.
And then they're going to go to every car of the train.
Right. And
but
then
this
make their way back
person
eventually,
was being a different problem in each car that he entered.
I like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
What type of problem were they when you were coming across them?
So initially, when he first got on, the type of problem he was like kind of complaining about his day.
Yeah.
And it was like just a sort of out loud complaining about his day.
Right.
And then I don't know.
Were the complaints valid? Did it feel like complaints where you're like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're all going through that.
No, not we're all going through it, but it was very valid. Like, because, he gets on and he's like, I don't know what to do, as if we were asking him. And he's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Everybody dead. And you're like, all right, well, I would have helped before the last sentence. Then I was like, yeah, I probably don't want to be on here because he's talking too close to each person, but not talking to them.
Right.
So then he was getting up close to you just to be like, huh, he think he the boss of me at work, maybe at work, only at work. And then he just keeps doing that to everybody on the train. Yeah. So then I wasn't the only one who was stepping out. Like other people were waiting until we got to the stop and then switching cars.
Sure.
And so I wasn't the only person switching cars. I was the only person that kept switching cars.
Sure, because a lot of other people, once you move once, you're kind of like, all right, well, I gotta ride with my fate.
After like 2 cars, a lot of people stood their ground.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at a certain point, you got to be like, well, I'm a grown up.
Yeah.
I belong on the train as well.
And the worst thing was that my man didn't smell.
Oh, that's nice.
He did not smell.
Yeah.
Which means this might be his first day of snapping.
Whoa.
Like this might be brand new. I lose my mind on the train.
Interesting.
Because it wasn't this wasn't like he looks like he's struggling thing. It looks like someone who's genuinely like losing his mind.
He's had enough.
Yeah. So then on the next car, he was more of like a dancing problem. It was more like he was like feeling himself. Not Showtime, but like he thought he could do Showtime.
Which is, if you're gonna do Showtime, you need to 100% be ready to not kick somebody in the head.
My man had a cap on, right?
What kind of cap?
I think it was a Knicks cap, but it was like
go Knicks.
He had a cap, lifted the cap off with it, and then did that to pop the cap.
Yeah,
and then missed.
Of course. Of course.
And it's like, it's one of those things where, because in my head, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I'm trying to piece together who this person is. Because then in my head, I'm like, okay, he's snapping right now. This might be why he's taking the train with me midday right now on a weekday.
Of course.
And then when he started dancing, I was like, oh, okay, car 1 is where he vents. Car 2 is where he goes to work.
Whoa.
And then when he because
where did the hat go when he missed?
No, to the ground, and he never picked it up.
Right.
He left the hat.
Oh, that's okay.
When he went to the next car.
I respect it.
So then he popped it and then like tried to grab it and missed. And it's like that was gonna be the easiest grab.
Right.
It was right in front of you.
Right.
It's not like he tried to catch it with his head.
Right.
And so then
it's a higher level move.
So then he started dancing and he started like really like
pop lock in.
Yeah, but it wasn't like good.
Oh yeah.
And
people don't realize it takes training to get to the level of the proper Showtime guys.
And then my man, okay. This is where we're almost at the stop. And I know I'm switching cars no matter what he does when this happens. So then he tries to do a finishing move, goes for the finishing move and goes, like screams. But it was like, he clearly thought he was doing what Michael Jackson did at the end of like, They Don't Care About Us.
Right. He thought he hit his toes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was thinking it was that kind of movement. Oh! It sounded like he was hurt.
Yeah. And I could tell that it was just him doing it because it's like nothing hit him. Right. He didn't fall.
Right.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. And then I should have stopped taking the train at this point. But I switched cars again. Yeah.
I respect that a lot. I think that is the type of story that, like, I think if you don't live here, we're both from the South. And I feel like, do you ever go back home and you, like, talk to people about your life in New York? And they're like, I don't know how you do that New York stuff, man. I heard it's crazy up there.
Yeah.
And I feel like oftentimes I'm like, yeah, it is, but, like, most of the time it's like that. Most of the time it's somebody who's insane, but they're not really trying to do anything. They're just kind of working out whatever they got going on publicly.
Yeah.
Which is like unfamiliar. But 9 times out of 10, nothing's gonna happen to you. But that one time, something terrible's gonna happen.
Or just when people are like, ooh, I could never live in New York, it's too dirty and crazy or whatever. I'm like, y'all go missing.
Yeah, all the time.
Like
you go into the woods and you don't come back.
Y'all go missing, and then the police are like, yeah, I think he wanted to be missing. Yeah, no, I'm pretty positive actually. Yeah. And it's like, meanwhile, the police definitely killed you.
Yeah, sure.
And they're who.
And they know exactly where you are.
They know exactly where you are, and they're who your family has called to be like, hey, can you help us find him? It's like, oh, last time I saw him, he was like, oh, I don't want to even be here anymore.
They're tapping the sides of their pockets like when a kid asks you to buy a candy.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. I mean, he's not here.
I thought I saw him. Is he not?
That's crazy.
You got him on? Like,
yeah, no, it's every place has its problems, but those I'm like, y'all, like, there's at least some semblance. Yeah. Especially when I go back to Louisiana and people try to sort of dog on New York. Yeah. I'm like, there's some semblance of infrastructure though.
Sure.
It's not. The
system makes sense.
It's not perfect. Yeah. It's not perfect at all. But I don't have to boil my water anymore before I drink it.
They got water figured out. You can drink water straight out the sink.
Yeah, you can just drink it out of the sink. Mm-hmm. And you know what color it is? Clear.
Normal color. Yeah. No kind of dots or any kind of situations.
There's no hints.
No.
There's no notes.
No. And when you pour the water out, glass still clear.
Yeah.
No residue building up on the sides.
No.
None of that.
No.
Yeah, it's also like, I think being from the South is really funny because it's guys who are really like on the surface, very tough guys and guys with guns. I grew up around a lot of guys with guns, but they're like, I don't know what I'd do on the subway. And I'm just like, well, which one is it?
Yeah.
Which one? Are you big tough, don't tread on me, man? Or are you like,
honestly,
like, I don't, oh no, the guy's, he's being a little strange. Which one?
You have to pick, because honestly, I think the only people left that are tough are people who are genuinely out of their minds and people who are pregnant.
Sure.
Those are straight up the only tough people left. You see, look right now at like the most hardened, like, warrior types that we have, these UFC fighters, right? They finish a fight. Then they run out of the cage. Not all of them, but plenty of them run out of the cage to go be like, Mr. Trump, did you see me?
Dad, I did good, right?
Did I do good when I made him bleed?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you hear them talking before the press conference, and they're like, his children gonna have to lay flowers at his grave and like all this stuff. But then when Trump is there, who like is barely awake, they're like, do we do it?
Yeah.
And it's like that thing is like, okay, so clearly some of this is a facade, whatever.
Of course.
Then you get like what you're talking about, the dudes who like actually have guns and have been shot at.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, yeah, but I don't know what I would do if an unhoused person licked me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'd have to shoot myself. You know?
Yeah.
And so then you have all of that, and then you have people who also like pretend to be tough and really don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite fights when it's like
you can tell it's not in them.
They've both been too loud now that too many people have turned around.
Somebody's got to do something.
And so then they rub foreheads.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, I guess there's too many people watching.
We got to at least take a couple swings.
We got to shove.
Yeah.
My other favorite is when somebody is in a fight, especially a fight they instigated, and they realize the person can at least box. So like, because if somebody knows jujitsu, you'll like find out too late. Yeah. Like you'll find out while you're choking.
You'll find out because the jujitsu guys will do a kick. They'll throw a kick in a way that no other person. If you're not a trained fighter, you're not kicking.
They'll kick the back of your leg from the front,
right?
And you'll be like,
And once you realize that, by the time your knee's been made contact with, you're done for.
And so it's when somebody actually like knows how to box. I don't know if you saw this. Viral is a strong word, but I saw that it had a lot of likes. So I'm assuming, hopefully, someone I know also watched it. But there was a guy who started a fight. It seemed like they were just. It looked like almost like a drive-in or something. It may not have even been in this country. But this dude got into it with arguing, and then he swung, and the dude's head movement was so clean that he started backing up, and then he was like, hey, you know what? Forget you. But like truly, he went to kind of cheap shot him. Like they had been arguing, so like you could tell a fight was gonna happen. But he really went to like hit him with a straight and then hit him with a cross. And both times this dude went
easy
and kept his eyes on him. And he backed up a little bit. He's like, it's not even worth the time.
We cool on that actually.
Yeah,
it's like in a superhero movie when they see like they like shoot Superman one time.
Yeah,
and then they're like, you know what?
Whenever they shoot,
we're gonna shoot somebody around the corner.
Whenever they shoot Superman more than 3 times, I'm like, y'all too dumb.
Yeah.
Because what makes y'all think Bullet 96 is gonna be the one?
They do trial.
And he'll keep walking forward, and it's like if he walking to the bullets.
Yeah. After 2 or 3 of them, you gotta know I'm dealing with a different type of situation.
You hear noises you never supposed to hear. You hear bullets go clink, 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 clink,
they
clink,
down
clink off of his chest.
Yeah.
I remember that. Remember that Kevin Spacey Superman where he was Lex Luthor?
I do. Probably like 2005 or something.
It was like a
that.
Superman Returns, whatever.
This.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't do that well. But they did shoot Superman in his eye. Remember that? No. And the bullet. Okay, so they shot Superman. The bullet bent against his eye and then fell out, and then he blinked.
I vaguely do remember this.
And that's one of those ones where I'd be like, yeah, I'm pooping. If I shoot you in your eye and the bullet bend and then fall out of your eye and then you blink and then you keep walking, there's not enough sorries in the world. Like
you gotta at the very least reconsider your life as a criminal.
Yeah.
You gotta at the very least be like, maybe this crime's life is not for me. Maybe I gotta start doing insurance.
Did you hear about this dude? Okay, so I've been telling everybody about this because it blows my mind. In Air Canada, right?
Okay.
Air Canada. This is recent. Mm-hmm. Air Canada. This pilot flew for Air Canada for 27 years without a license.
Oh.
And then he retired, and then they caught him. But I'm like, no, y'all missed it. Y'all
three decades.
If he retired, he done. So then why would you be like not so fast? Like
he did it.
He did.
You should get at least a plaque of some sort, even if you're not gonna give him a watch.
Air Canada gave him a plaque. He did 27 years with them as a pilot. Clearly, he knows how to fly.
Right.
But he didn't take the right test back in the day, and he knew he didn't take the test, but he tried to get the job anyway. And I don't know if it's because the certification. Like, I can't imagine you can just off the street one day be like, I want to be a pilot. I think that some money's gonna go into it.
You would think so.
You know what I mean? Like
something he had to do. There was some checklist that he had to check off. He must have known enough.
Not condoning doing stuff that's professional without a license, but once you get the job, to then try to go get your license probably endangers your job more because then they'll be like, well, you shouldn't have to renew right now.
Sure. Well, that is what I'm curious about. Is like at some point there must have been a time where it's like, okay, you got to take another test or whatever. And I guess he was just passing those. And
so it was last year.
Okay.
And it might be part of why he retired, but it was last year that something happened with his paperwork, and then he was doing everything to get around it.
Yeah.
And then I think he retired. But if I read the article right, there's one point where he called the police to be like, this investigation, they out here harassing me. And I was like, that's a new tactic.
Yeah.
I've never thought of
when
calling the
trouble,
police.
You call the cops
to be like, hey, you know what's crazy is some of us are law-abiding citizens with all of our certification.
Right.
And then you got people at our job harassing us.
Trying to dig into our information, trying to see if we got all our checks and balances, all our papers. Take them to jail.
Yeah.
Take them to jail. I don't think I should be having to deal with this. I'm going to try that.
I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah,
it was incredible. It's a very fun story. If you read it, you'll be perplexed at how they must have zero background check.
I think Canada just feels like a trusting nation.
I mean, technically, this is a criminal who did his due diligence.
Sure.
Like if this is true and he had no license, he still bothered to learn how to fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all power to him.
It's a very Canadian type of crime.
Sure, where it's like you're doing the wrong thing, but everybody comes out fine and safe on the other end.
It's like that maple syrup heist that they had in Canada.
You're really tapped into Canadian news.
Well, I just got back from Canada.
I can tell. But you're really connected with what's happening in Canada.
But they had a whole heist, and it was like barrels and like millions in syrup went missing.
Okay.
And people are just kind of cool with it. They're like, all right, I still got my syrup.
Sure. They're like, there's still syrup at the store that I shop at, so
yeah,
all good. Did they ever catch the syrup man?
I don't think so. But that black market syrup gotta hit
going
different.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, if y'all are on the syrup black market, reach out to Josh and I. We'd like to taste a little bit of that because we know it's gonna taste a little bit sweeter.
A little bit sweeter. It's naughty.
It's that nasty syrup.
It's that nasty syrup. You're not supposed to have this.
No, the forbidden syrup.
Yeah, this tastes like a felony.
I'm also like, where do you shop that?
I don't know.
Where are you taking that to? What is the market for underground syrup? It feels like every person I've ever known has always been straight on syrup. You know, like during the pandemic when everybody's like, oh, toilet paper, we don't know if it's paper towels, da-da-da. Yeah. Nobody was like, we got to make sure we load up on syrup. Like, you know what I mean? You buy a syrup probably once every 3 years.
Actually.
And
no, you know what it is?
What's going on?
No, you just I wonder what happened to the Jemima bottles. Because remember, they switched up Aunt Jemima. They were like, there's no way we could keep making this bottle and fill it with black syrup and then make her look, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So so we got to switch this up. Yeah. But they already made the bottles.
Oh,
they had already made the bottles were in the store before people protested, and they weren't. No one was ever protesting Aunt Jemima, by the way.
No,
we would like more accountability with policing, and they were like, the best I could do is change the bottle.
We got to change the syrup bottle.
Look,
okay, we're not gonna be able to figure out the cop thing. Not right now. Not in this moment.
We have heard the concerns of the black community, and we are switching up bottles, boxes.
Yeah, we're gonna help you guys by taking a black woman away from her job.
But this is
the one we grew up on.
Yes.
This is Jemima. I like this lady. She felt familiar to me.
It looked regular.
She felt like somebody that could have been in my family.
Yeah.
And that she felt comforting when I saw that black woman.
She looks like a Huxtable.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. She's got some Felicia Rashad kind of features. Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Oh, no. I didn't realize that Aunt Jemima was based on a real lady.
That was really bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind you, not what we were asking for, but yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, and she's still off. And his Uncle Ben is gone as well, I believe, correct?
I don't know what happened with that. That was another left field where people were like, we've heard your concerns.
and we got you.
And we got you because you know what? The racist past of this box, it has to be corrected.
Yeah, when in reality, nothing wrong with old Uncle Ben. I'm looking at Uncle Ben. Kind of looks like Fred Sanford. Yeah, no problem with me.
I mean,
and now they just took his picture off the box. It's still called Ben. Oh no, now it's called Ben's Original Rice.
Yeah.
Huh. Free Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, if you're listening and we know that you are, you're welcome on this show anytime. Aunt Jemima as well. feel free
But
to
what
pull it.
happened to all that syrup? Did they rebottle it? Or did
I
they
bet
throw
you
it
they
out?
just waited until it was sold out. I bet you they were just kind of like, all right, like we're gonna sell the remaining bottles. So some
Now
people,
you've actually
there's some
made-
collector's items,
You've made a racist souvenir.
right? Of course. What
now
is
you're-
is it racist though?
No, I'm saying the people who want it for the wrong reasons.
Sure.
They're like,
They're wanting it in a disgusting way.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, remember the way things were?
I like that. Oh, well, especially if you got the old Jemima boxes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You got malice in your heart.
If
certainly.
you've just cut out the front of an old Aunt Jemima box,
Yeah.
whew,
We know what you're up to. We know who you are.
yeah,
And it's not good.
you barely use pepper.
You're from Louisiana.
Yeah,
You're from Alexandria, yeah?
yeah.
Which is a town, I think I've told you this at some point, it's a town that I grew up going to in the summertime.
I know, that was crazy when you said it. It's crazy to hear it again.
It's because it's not like a place that,
It's not where you go for summer.
no, it was literally just my dad had some old buddies from the military who lived out there.
Yeah.
I think they were from out there, and
Yeah.
we would go out there, and there was an abandoned school bus in the woods that we would play around in.
Yeah,
That was,
and it would be horrible.
it was hot. I remember that. It was
Yeah.
hot, and we was on a school bus.
It honestly is like one of those things. It feels like when you read some Tom Sawyer or some Huck Finn, where you're like, oh, this actually isn't like a good childhood at all.
Sure.
Like that. Like I understand American classic, whatever. I guess it's like kind of supposed to be funny or something, but this is bad.
Yeah, you're like, it's
Yeah.
not supposed to. This is not how you're supposed to grow up.
No. And then sooner or later you find a body, and then it turns into one of those old like AMC movies back when they were doing those like straight to TV movies.
And you spend the whole summer kind of reckoning with the body.
And you don't really do the detective work of the Encyclopedia Brown.
No, because you can't.
No,
Because you're a
you
child.
can't.
You're 10.
You're
You don't
actually
really-
10.
You don't know how to find all those clues.
Now you have ruined evidence.
Yeah, sure. Because you poked the body with the stick a bunch of times.
You've poked it. You stepped near the body and
Yeah.
everything.
You maybe took a pocket watch out of his pocket.
You've covered footprints and stuff like that. And you took way too long to tell an adult. So
Yeah.
body decomposed.
Maybe you found some whiskey. You drank a little bit of that whiskey. You had
Yeah.
a little pint in his pocket. You drank that. Then you tried to put it back. Now you're also involved in it.
Yeah, because you spill whiskey on, which now makes it look like a drunken accident. But it's clearly a murder from the bullet hole in his forehead.
Because it don't bounce off of him.
But you know what? Summer.
Summer.
It was summer.
We'll never forget that summer, for better or for worse.
Yeah, probably for worse.
Probably mostly.
Probably from.
But you also got to kiss that girl. So
Yeah, which really had nothing to do with the body.
you got to kiss that girl on the
Yeah,
4th of
babe.
July.
Yeah.
And you also found that body.
Yeah, two totally separate things that could have happened independent of each other, but you sort of relate them.
And you'll carry both of them with you every time you see fireworks.
Yeah.
Every time the fireworks pop off, you'll be like,
Because then
that kiss.
after the kiss, you're like, I do know about a dead person. I should probably call the police.
I should talk to somebody about it. We found it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
Josh, you're a Louisiana boy. What were you listening to as a young Josh back in the day?
Listened to a lot of radio. I had a couple friends that would burn me CDs. So admittedly, I listened to a lot of Disney Channel radio.
Interesting.
On CD.
Interesting.
They would take the hits, they put them on the CD, and then I would be like, all right, 4, 5, and 9 are a jam. The rest was just like a little depressing because I was like, I'm too old for this.
Well, yeah, Josh, let me ask you a question really quickly.
Yeah.
Why were they burning that stuff specifically?
No,
you could have had.
That's what I could buy.
That's what you were buying.
That's what I could buy. I grew up in a very like religious household. So
Sure.
so then as far as what I could buy above board, I was buying those because I was like, oh, I do like the Kim Possible like theme song. And then what I had my friends burn for me was like real music.
I see what's happening.
I had to create a facade.
Yes, you had to be to your parents. You had to be like, "Oh, call me, beat me if you want to reach me." And
Wow, Kim Possible, man, this is great.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they were out of earshot, I had like a little boombox, and I could put like corded headphones into it and everything. But as soon as they were, I'd be over here, "Ooh, Kim Possible," and then as soon as they left, switch CDs. Put it in and be a little bit of Eminem, Lil Wayne,
of course,
a little bit of I mean, Kid Cudi wasn't really out like that yet when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of sort of emo rock and stuff like that. Listen
Yeah,
to
that
a
was
little bit
popping.
of Good Charlotte, a little bit of Linkin Park, a little bit of Taking Back Sunday,
Of course.
3 Days Grace, All American Rejects, and then lots of Jay-Z, Ludacris. I think I even had a Mystical song, but I was like, this seems
It was a little on the edge.
bad.
Yeah, you could
Like-
kind of, in hindsight, you could feel it on Mystical.
I could feel the charges coming.
Yeah,
And I was like, no.
it's a little too wild of a boy.
That became a skip for me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting. How did your parents feel about the fact that you were listening to Disney Channel hits on CD? Were they like, that's a cool, normal teen boy thing to do?
I don't think that they thought about me being normal. Honestly, now that you bring it up,
Sure.
they're like, yeah, whatever keeps them like safe.
Sure.
Or, like you can also, because the place they're coming from is you can only shelter a person so much when there is like violence happening. There's a lot that I was sort of inadvertently exposed to, not in bad choices by my parents or anything like that, just like the general
What was going
situation
on.
of what's going on. And so I think that if anything in between those things is like wholesome, then like let them have it, sort of thing. But yeah, that was about it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
my family was also very Christian, but their thing was like I could listen to secular music, but I've told this story on the podcast. The first CD that I ever owned was Nick Cannon's first album.
That's basically Disney Channel original songs.
It is, except for the fact that the lead single was, you remember this song? It was a song called Gigolo,
Yeah,
with the hook sung by, you guessed it, R. Kelly.
yeah.
And
But at the time, R. Kelly was known for. Here's the thing: we both had R. Kelly on our CDs.
Of course.
I had "I Believe I Can Fly" from the Space Jam
the Space
song.
Jam soundtrack.
All right,
Very
and then-
motivational song.
Yeah, and then you had Gigolo.
Yeah. R. Kelly also did a song for the Muhammad Ali movie with Will Smith called The World's Greatest.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm the world's greatest.
Yes, I do remember that now.
He was really, we were tapping R. Kelly for inspirational music in a way that
Also,
doesn't reflect back well on all of us as a culture.
I get how this sounds with the Disney Channel original CDs, but do you remember Eye to Eye from a Goofy movie? All right. Remember, we thought that was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we did.
We thought that was Michael Jackson.
Ended up being Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell
Yeah.
killed it as Tevin Campbell as Michael Jackson, because the character is also kind of Michael Jackson-esque.
got a
Like they
Michael Jackson
had him
quality.
do the pop and everything like that.
He was moonwalking, basically.
You know what I mean? And then but was it that there's that one point where Tevin Campbell, he knew he hit some extra Michael.
Yeah.
He was like, heart's in motion. I was like, no, no. I know that's for the character,
Sure.
but also that's fairly Michael.
Right.
And don't do this and then ooh, this is you clearly going for Michael.
Sure.
I'd be mad if I was Michael. Michael was still alive.
He was very much still alive at that point. But it
Yeah.
had gotten, he had some other issues he was facing at that point. I would have to imagine that Goofy movie was low on his list of priorities.
Probably.
You know,
But I think he would have
if that
done
was
it.
at the top of his priorities.
I think he would have done it though.
That's true. If
Yeah.
he didn't have everything that he had going on, if he wasn't in and out of court, I feel like he would have.
I think he could have cut a tape in,
You think he had the
an
time?
afternoon.
And actually, in hindsight,
you-
maybe
you-
that would have been good for him to get his mind off everything.
Yeah, you act like he had to do his case.
Sure.
He had
another group of people. Who
Yeah,
was,
he had to sit there.
Sure, he had to be present for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
court gets out at like 5.
It's also possible that the Disney people were like, maybe Michael was the original choice, and then
Yeah.
be like, they just had to take a meeting and be like, you know what, maybe not for the kids movie.
Which look, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Is crazy
Yeah.
considering everything Nickelodeon and Disney did think was okay.
Of course.
Like looking back, it's like actual Michael Jackson singing Eye to Eye for the Goofy movie would have been very low on the list of horrific things child stars say they have seen.
In hindsight.
Yeah.
In hindsight. You brought us some lyrics today.
I did.
You brought us some lyrics today.
Now, do you want me to read them, or are you gonna read them?
You're gonna read them. I want you to intro the song. You can go anywhere you want to go, wherever you'd like to start. Let's get into it.
So let's start with "Blood on the Leaves" from the then named Kanye West. This was a track on Yeezus. It's actually one of my favorite tracks from Yeezus.
I love this song,
and it's an incredible song. It's not just like energetic, but it's beautiful. The production is really interesting. So here we go. We could have been somebody. Instead, you had to tell somebody. Let's take it back to that first party when you tried your first Molly and came out of your body running naked down the lobby, and you were screaming that you love me. Now, it would seem, based on the time, that he's talking about Amber Rose.
Yeah.
You would imagine he's talking about Amber Rose.
That tracks.
It may not be Amber Rose, but it seems like it would be.
It's not Kim.
No, it's not Kim yet.
It's definitely not Kim.
It's not Kim yet. And my thing is, there's a nostalgia to this that is beautiful, but it actually sounds like a horrific night. Like if I was out, let's say we already know the story of my life, and there's the night that I like fell in love with the person who I would then marry, right? This is a different scenario. I'm just making up a scenario, right? I fell in love with the person that you then marry, and then someone asked me what that night was. Maybe my grandson asked me what that night was. I was like, oh, your grandma, we had like our on again, off again thing and everything, but we went to this party and she wasn't a big on partying. She was a bit of a homebody.
Yeah.
But she took this drug called Molly. And then she really had a panic attack, got naked, and then ran down the lobby. I had to chase her because that's indecent exposure, right? But there was something about that night and her under the influence that then made me fall in love with her. Like when I look at her now baking you cookies or reading you stories, like bedtime stories, stuff like that, I always go back to that moment where she was in a lobby of like a Four Seasons, naked, running past the concierge, like like that. That's
screaming that she loved me.
Screaming that she loved me as she's running away from, or two, maybe I just got back. Maybe I just got back to the hotel.
Yes.
Maybe I wasn't even at the party.
And she knew you were on your way back, and she was like...
She knew I was on my way back. I texted her. I was like, hey, you at the party? And she's like, yeah. You want to meet me back at the hotel? She's like, yeah. I'm about to take a pill for no reason.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, what kind of pill? And then she doesn't respond. But then when I get to the lobby, she's running down the lobby towards me naked. And she's like, hey, that could also be the case. I just assumed they were together because of the way the song is. It seems like they're connected.
Yeah. It seems like you would have to imagine that they were, in the way that I hear that song, they're in the hotel together. They're in the room together doing grown folk activities.
Yeah.
Something about the Molly's not hitting her right. She got to go. She bolts.
Yeah, you would think that intercourse would be enough exercise. But to then be like, we're already having a great time, but I do need to run real quick.
I gotta run, I got no time for clothes.
Because now, are you also naked as you're chasing her down this lobby, being like, hey, you can't be naked in the lobby?
Great question.
Great
question. Is everybody naked? He left that part out.
The lobby is also not the hallway.
No,
which
so that means she got a long way.
She got on the elevator. That means she bolted.
Yeah.
You could not catch up. She got on the elevator, hit closed door in your face. You running, right? Trying to catch her.
Maybe also naked.
Closes. Now you got to take the stairs. You exhausted by the time you get down there. You got to take the stairs or you got to take the next elevator. You got to wait naked until the elevator, because let's say you're on 21st floor, you're not running down all those stairs.
Right.
And so then you finally get to the lobby, and she obviously beat you because she took the elevator first.
Right.
And then you're trying to catch up with her. Hey, don't be naked down here. This is the lobby. This isn't the room anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't deal with this.
I just feel like people didn't ask enough questions about the lyric, because it seems, the whole song seems like autobiographical in a way.
Oh, 1,000%.
And that's why I'm like, so is nobody going to check on that time that someone was clearly running naked in the lobby.
Out of their body.
Out of their body.
Yeah, and it also does, to me, feels like a situation where it's like, this feels like a situation where it's like if somebody told you this story about themselves, you know what I'm saying? If somebody was like, yeah, I took a pill and then started running through the lobby, you'd be like, well, you need to take a step back in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
you need to start going to some meetings if that's how your life's moving.
It's one thing to have an out-of-body experience. It's a totally different thing to have an out-of-body experience naked.
You out of clothes as well.
You're out of your clothes, you're out of your body, and then you're just watching yourself do stuff naked.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
It feels
with
like,
energy.
It feels like the story that you tell in your first meeting. And when you go to your first,
running.
Whatever, AA anonymous meeting, you're like, so I took a pill and I went down the elevator. I was naked. I was running through the lobby. I was screaming back at this guy. I don't even know that I loved him. And and now I'm here. Now I'm here. It's court ordered, but I'm happy to be here.
When someone's naked, and they're running around a lobby, and they're screaming that they love you, do you believe them? Me
personally, no. Even if they do love me, I don't love them back. Not in that moment.
Oh, so your love is fickle.
It's slightly conditioned because it's like, to me, in my mind, whatever party this was, it sounds like it was a really good time up until this point.
It is like, okay, you ever see the movie Alfie with Jude Law in it?
I can't say that I have.
Okay. It's a movie where he basically is like a bit of a player. Okay. And there's this moment, and at the time, no one had really coined the term ick. But there was a moment that he's a player and he's around all these women and he's a terrible womanizer and everything. But then there's almost like a montage. I won't say montage, but there's a moment where you see where he gets the ick. And so then you see, oh, this thing's going to turn now.
I see.
You know? And I think that this would be a fair ick.
That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. I like kind of a low key situation. So as soon as you're getting chased by bellhops, I gotta take a look in the mirror.
I mean, we don't even know that that's what's happening.
We don't even know how she got apprehended.
We just know that he seems to be chasing.
Yeah. We don't know if anybody else is involved in it. Well, Kanye, formerly Kanye West, presently Ye, if you're listening, we know that you are. Call us. You probably can't come on the show. I don't know if I'm ready for everything you got going on, but give us a call. Let's talk about this. We need to get to the bottom of
Tell us how this ended.
Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of the end of this story because
this half the story.
It don't sound like a love story.
Imagine you're telling your grandkids, grandma was wild back in the day. She was running naked in the lobby on Molly. And then your granddad just stops talking.
You're like, no, pop up.
Yeah.
Pop up. We got it. And then what? And then how did you get married then after that?
Yeah.
How did that not? Yeah. We got a couple more joints.
Okay.
Let's go wherever you'd like to go from here.
All right. This next one is from Rich Flex from Drake. 21. Can you do something for me? Can you hit a little Rich Flex for me?
Yeah.
And I don't know, Drake. This seems uncomfortable.
And let me ask you something, Josh. When he says that, what are you imagining when he says, "Can you hit a little Rich Flex for me?"
There's a thing sometimes. This is a thing, and I genuinely envy it about women's relationships where they can hype each other up.
Of course,
they can be like, as straight women, they can be like, "Oh, girl, you look good. Oh, you getting it tonight." Whatever, right? They can talk to each other like men.
Yeah.
As
they ain't right. Look, the titties popping, the ass looking right. Like,
just everything in like graphic detail.
Of course,
just like, oh, it's all popping tonight. Yeah. And I think that as guys, we gotta navigate how we can like lift your boy up in a way that doesn't make him uncomfortable.
Men can do. There's not a lot of, especially if you're a straight man. There's so few routes that you're allowed to go down. There's so many ways in which you will be shamed, and one of them is like, if you were with like a big group of your homies and one of your homies has like a clean fit on and he walks out and you're like, oh shit, I see you got the shoes on. Okay, you got the pants. Yeah, bro. Like, you really doing that. One of your other homies without a doubt, like undoubtedly would be like,
pants?
Yo, you looking at this nigga pants?
Why you looking at pants?
Bro,
don't look at my pants.
Yeah, exactly. Inevitably somebody will be like, why you on his dick like that? Like, there is no world in which they are like, we're happy that you are supporting our other friend in that way.
No, and it's why we're deeply depressed.
Yeah.
But I will say that the thing is, I think the thing that hits me the wrong way is that it's for Drake. He says, "Can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Can you hit a little rich flex for me?"
Yeah.
And that feel like, give us a twirl.
Yeah, it does. It feels very much like, hey, why don't you come out in the living room, show your aunties and uncles your little dance.
Yeah.
Show us your little show us that thing you've been working on. What's the little move you showed me?
Yeah. Hey, show me the watch.
Let me see how shiny your chain is.
Uncomfortable.
Pull out your chain. I just want to hold it. Let me hold your chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, do this with your chain real quick.
Yes.
Run your finger through your chain.
Remember when Usher used to dance and he used to spin his chain around as he had like a U chain? And
Yeah.
He used to it feels like he's like, hey, can you do that for 21? Can you do that for me real quick?
21, can you wiggle rich for me?
Yeah.
Because flex is a strong word. Flex is a neutral word.
Yeah.
But to do, it's for me.
Yes.
It's not like show like that. That's the difference. It's like if you 21, flex on them real quick.
That's very different.
That's very different.
It feels very different. That's like go show them what you got going on.
You're killing them right now,
bro, and you and the whole world need to know how much you shitting on them right now.
You're building your boy up.
Yeah.
Flex.
Yeah.
Talk to him
in an acceptable way.
Yeah,
we are allowed as men. Nobody's gonna clown you for saying go show them.
Yeah.
It's when you're celebrating them.
Honestly, the least toxic we hype each other up is talk to them.
Talk to them. Like, let them know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like 21, talk to me.
21, show me how rich you are.
Yeah.
Come on.
No. Come on. I want to see it.
No, not for them. No, don't show them.
No.
21, come over here.
This is for
21.
us.
Stop showing it. No, get away from those girls. 21, come over here.
Yeah.
Show me your necklace.
It feels in the same vein as something that's like trying to be a bit hard, but it comes off the wrong way just because of the wording. I can't remember who this was.
Classic Drake.
But it was on I think the podcast that Jim Jones does. Okay. And this guy was like, sometimes I get into an energy where, I think he's talking about being threatened or something. Okay. But the way he said it felt insane, where he was like, sometimes I get into an energy where somebody try to press me. Mm-hmm. And Jim Jones isn't saying this, the guest is.
Okay.
But he's like, somebody tries to press me, and I whisper to him, he's like, hey, that gun you got, I want to see you use that thing tonight.
Whoa.
And then everybody on the podcast was like, what? They genuinely had to take a break to settle themselves. And it's like, that's what this feels like.
You and I are very different types of men than Jim Jones. Mm-hmm. We're not in whatever zone he's in, we're in a different zone. But I will say, if I heard a man say that in real life, it's one of the most times in my life, one of the few times I've ever really felt like I needed to be like, pause.
Yeah, I mean, it was said several times.
I can only imagine.
It was said.
I'm sure they went crazy with pauses and AOs.
I gotta find it to send it to you, but it's a very short moment, but it is insane.
You really can't. You can't try to be violent and be like, I want to see you use that thing tonight.
Yeah, because I know he means let's go.
Yeah, like whatever you're trying to do, like I'm
whatever
also
you're trying to do.
That.
I don't care.
But it sounds so much more erotic than he ever could have imagined.
Especially you said you whispered.
Yeah, you said you leaned into his ear and said, "Hey man,
I want to see you use that thing tonight."
Yikes. And we got one more.
One more. Now this one does have some expletives, just in case your listeners.
That is
all right. Okay.
That is all good.
Yeah.
You can use whatever type of language on here.
This is the song. This isn't me. All right. I'm just reiterating.
Josh would never use this type of language.
I'm just reiterating what Wally and Lil Wayne have said.
Okay.
All right.
You got this.
These bitches want money stacks. Me, I want 100 stacks. These bitches selling their soul. Well, I want my money back. She bounce on it like jumping jacks, but she got a funny ass. Look what them booty shots done to that. That bitch need her money back. Lord, she like the finer things. She said I sent her a diamond ring. She say I buy her all kinds of things. She lie about everything. And this seems to be a verse about a woman who is trifling.
Yeah, it would have to.
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
Because at first it's plural. At first it's like, lots of bees in there. But then it's clearly about one person.
It's about one girl. Yeah, it started general, and then he really narrowed down to something that probably happened to him pretty recently.
It seems so specific. It's a lot like a good example is my uncle versus my grandpa when it comes to advice. Like my grandpa will give you specific advice that was very general. And the thing that he would do is he would give this advice to you about your problem. It was very general, but it was very wise, and you could tell it was something that he had collected over time. My uncle's advice is something that just happened to only him, that would happen to only him.
Sure.
And
he's really trying to spread it as if
yes,
if it's applicable to everybody.
Yes, like my grandpa's advice would be like anyone. I'm trying to think of wording for it. It was like somebody that would shortchange anyone will shortchange you eventually, right? And you're like, oh, okay, that's advice that sounds like it's from Black and White.
Yeah,
that's very old sounding advice.
Yeah, sage.
My uncle would be like, don't just open any email you get. Some of these emails gonna make promises about your penis, and they're liars trying to get your credit card information. And it's like, this happened to you this morning.
This happened to you very recently.
Yeah.
And you're trying to, and if anything, you're not even really talking to me, you're talking to you.
You're talking out loud to you 8 minutes ago.
Exactly.
And that's what this feels like. It's like, Lil Wayne, I understand, international superstar, so his experiences
they're a little different.
Are going to be very different than my experiences. Yep. But like, I don't know, man. This seems all avoidable.
Sure.
Where are you meeting these ladies? Because to a degree, I can tell y'all didn't meet at the library.
No.
This isn't library conversation.
No. Just based on what I know about Wayne, I don't think he stepped foot inside of a library in at least 35 years.
But if you had met them at a coffee shop, at a library, at a bookstore, you wouldn't have some of these problems.
Sure.
You're trying to meet people at All-Star Weekend.
Right. And if you would just maybe go to maybe like a food co-op, maybe kind of a farmer's market type of situation.
If you went to Blank Street for coffee,
yeah, just kind of
you would not be having some of these issues.
Sat down, open your laptop up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not doing much on the laptop, you just read an article or two. I guarantee you, none of them girls got booty shots.
Because I can tell you right now,
what's up?
From the spite in your voice, this is you're not feeling good about the way things are.
No, and I would wager to say this is not the first time he's found himself in a situation like this.
No, and so Lil Wayne, there's people you can meet anywhere. I would say go to a museum.
Yeah, sure. Hit the MoMA.
Yeah.
It's nice. The Brooklyn Museum, they got a lot of nice stuff down there.
You start meeting women at the MoMA, you're not using B words.
No, at least less.
Much less.
Yeah, it's definitely less.
It was started broad and it got specific.
Yeah.
So she lies about everything.
Yeah.
She lies about everything.
She lies about everything.
Then I think it's time to let go.
Sure. Yeah, it's probably time to just realize, hey, like I've invested my time in the wrong person.
Yeah, move on.
And I need to move on. I need to move forward.
Because this is a lot of trouble. We're talking several bars.
Yeah.
And none of it's going well.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted 100 stacks. That part feels nice, that's aspirational.
Yeah.
But right before that, it's these bitches want money stacks. So it's like somebody wants something from him.
Mm-hmm.
These bitches selling their soul. He wants his money back for their soul. Yeah. Wayne, if you're listening, we know that you are. You don't gotta live like that no more, man.
No.
You don't gotta live like that. And also, I'm worried about why your dreadlocks look like that.
Yeah. Go to a salon, meet a stylist.
They used to look good.
Honestly, you will meet some of the loveliest women in a hair salon.
I believe that.
Yeah.
How often are you getting your hair braided?
I'd say I go every 2 to 3 weeks.
And it's a nice time.
Yeah,
They
it's a
take
good
care
time.
of you. You feel pampered.
Great conversation.
Of course.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about their lives, and they learn a lot about yours.
Yeah, yeah. You just let it all out.
Do they know who you are at your salon?
I don't think so.
And that's beautiful.
Sure.
I really like that a lot. I had a barber named Reggie who he'd cut my hair for probably 5 or 6 years. I had been on SNL for 2 seasons by the time he learned that I even did comedy.
Yeah.
By the time he learned I even did it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he was very excited.
Mm-hmm.
He did one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me, which is he pulled up a Weekend Update appearance that I made and put it on the big TV for the whole barbershop to watch.
That's too much.
That was frightening.
That's way too much.
It was really frightening.
Yeah.
I didn't really, it's one of the biggest fears that I've ever had in my whole life. One of the scariest moments I've ever had. But all this to say, it is nice with your hair, people, because like we live, some would say, interesting lives, rich and interesting lives. It is very funny that they'll talk to you about anything else other than what your job is. How long have you been getting braided at this spot?
2.5 years.
They have no idea. You might be on the Daily Show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no.
That's nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that about people who do hair.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, before we get out of here, we're gonna listen to a quick voicemail.
Okay.
Headphones.
Hello, Devon and guests. This is Courtney again calling with some more lyrics.
Again.
And in honor of Pride Month, I would like to present you all with hip-hop's, in my opinion, hip-hop's first bi visibility anthem. And the lyrics are from the song Me and My Bitch by Notorious B.I.G. And the lyric is, when I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick. You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick. Number 1, reason why this is my favorite lyric, Happy Pride, okay? Number 2, forging connection across generations. Do we get Tyler, the Creator's A Boy Is a Gun if we never get this lyric? This is early hip-hop. Notorious B.I.G. is one of the biggest rappers when this song comes out. And he is on a track talking about sucking dick. Just saying. Number 3, it's a Richard Pryor reference, another bi icon. And my favorite reason for this lyric is I call it my special Control-Alt-Delete whenever I find myself in a conversation with an old head that's arguing to me about music nowadays. I like to bring up this lyric and the fact that Notorious B.I.G. was talking about sucking dick in the 90s. And you can watch their brains just short circuit. They try to search for the best Kevin Samuels, Dr. Umar reference, but there is none. And I hope you enjoy this. And I also have a suggestion. We should get Carmen on as a guest. I want her on the camera.
Whoa.
Okay, bye.
Wow. Shout out to Courtney. I'm pretty sure this is the same Courtney who left a voicemail about George Michael. She left this voicemail about how George Michael laid the groundwork for Future.
Oh, okay.
And really laid out such a well thought out case in a way that I was like, oh, nobody else would make that connection. And honestly, exact same here. Courtney, you're our best caller. I'm just gonna say it. Nobody's really doing what Courtney's doing. This is incredible work. She also, it's on theme. It's topical.
Yeah.
It's Pride Month. I mean,
Courtney almost. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I almost had the same lyric as Courtney.
Really?
I had the B.I.G. thing just because I was confused. I was like, I don't really know what that means. You look so good that I would suck, but that's not how you get.
Has nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
You could fully suck her dad's dick and be no closer to her. If anything, that's going to alienate you.
Yeah.
If anything, that's going to push you further apart.
And that was, yeah. But I mean, Courtney came through as if she knows all of music history and can make all the connections.
It kind of seems that way.
Yeah.
She is bringing through really, really beautiful connections. Hey, young men out there, if you're inexperienced, let's say there's a woman that you're really into. Let's say that there's a girl at your school who you're like, should I talk to her? Should I not? I don't have all the answers, but I will say one of the answers is definitely don't suck her dad's dick. I guarantee you that's not going to get you.
It will hurt your chances.
It will push you further away from where you'd like to be. I don't really know what Biggie was on. I think, if anything, this really makes the case for I really do think rappers can say literally anything, and if you're cool enough, you can get away with it. I'm a big fan of Smino, and Smino is doing puns all the time.
Yeah, Smino does a lot of puns, and I still go back to Lift Yourself.
Oh, Poopity Scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, incredible production.
When you realize how much hate went behind that track,
Yeah.
you're like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's Smino's doing puns constantly, and I think he's just so cool that it overrides the puns. He's calling himself Quentin Terrence Smino.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I remembered more off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it constantly. Smino, if you're listening, we know that you are. Big fan. Big fan. Pull up to the pod. We'd love to have you. Josh, we got to get out of here.
Okay.
But before we do,
Yeah.
is there anything else you'd like to plug for the people?
Yeah, you can find me on tour. I'm doing Comedy Band Camp. It just started this past weekend. You can get tickets at joshjohnsоncomedy.com, or you can join the mailing list, and we'll be the first to let you know when more tickets are available. Don't go to these like third-party places. They're just going to overcharge you things that I would never charge. And then you can check out my special Symphony on HBO Max, and check out my YouTube. Every Tuesday, I upload new set talking about things happening in the world.
Shout out. Josh is truly the most prolific man in the game right now. I'm constantly like, I don't know how he's doing it. I'm very impressed by
thanks.
the consistency that you're able to like make all this work, and I think it's really cool what you managed to do. You kind of started a brand new thing. I think there's going to be like young comics coming up who are like, oh yeah, I'll do it the way Josh did it.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
All this to say, shout out to you. Happy to
Thanks.
see like
That was not my intention.
Yeah, but oftentimes it's not. But like I bet you that's how it'll go. Anyway, all this to say, I'm giving you your flowers.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here. Y'all go check out Josh wherever you can, and I'll talk to y'all next time.
See you soon.
Bye. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Executive producer, Lauren Mandel. Producer, Carmen Kerrigan. Our editor, Nicole Lyons. And yeah, that's all the people that I'm going to thank for now.